And that's a cute little pipe, little Peterson, an X105 shape with an Army bit. So, that would be a good under the hat pipe. It's got, a 105 has okay capacity. It's, Midland, but it's okay. This was, that it's an X size is funny because, for a Leprechaun this would be extra large, but for a big old American dude it's not really not. But the Army bit's nice because it just kind of comes apart there. Yeah, so. Smoking some Cooper Sark Starter Blend smoking pipe tobacco for the CPCC 2016 mentoring seminar. So, is it going to focus? It should. Yeah. This was actually stamped 2012. So it had a little bit of age on it right from the get. So, and it's from McClellan. Still have a bit there, big chunks. I like these 50-gram tins. It's a good size. And that plastic lid works pretty well to keep it fresh. So what's he say? Rich, red, flue-cured, matured Virginia flake. Lightly sweet, pleasantly tangy. From McClellan. Oh yeah. Good stuff, Rob Cooper. Yeah, rest in peace, Rob. Yeah, he was quite a character in the YouTube pipe community for a while there. And actually we talked on the phone more than a few times, and then I got to meet him in Chicago, so that was fun. Yeah, it's good. Happy Canada Day. Happy July 4th. So Canada Day was a couple days ago. The 4th is tomorrow. So summer's here. And summer is here, actually. This is kind of unusual because usually in the Puget Sound, summer does not start until the 5th of July. Usually the 4th is like rainy and wet and miserable. But today it's dry and warm and sunny. So summer has started. Yeah, I'm down here at the end of this bowl. This could be the perfect pipe for in my work vest. I was out Friday. I have a little collateral damage yet. I'll put up a picture. I took a picture. It was like, oh God, when I get back to the office, I'm going to scare people. Well, it was kind of a wet, cool day. And I was out in the woods finding property lines and looking for corners. And in this country, you can be right next to a lot of development, but just be in the thick of the woods. And that was thick woods. Oh my gosh. And I'm just not the man I used to be for that. I used to just be able to be like a bull. Just crash through everything, Can't really do that anymore. Yeah, my legs, my knees, and I have a little neuropathy, I think, because it was coming on before I blew my left knee out. But it's definitely gotten worse. And so uneven surfaces and stuff, balance is kind of, it's old guy stuff. It's just getting old. So, but I was just on the phone with, I manage a road grant for road projects, and the engineers who kind of oversee it for our area. You know, it's a very federal bureaucracy, and I totally get, you know, why, oh God, this bureaucracy is just too much. Yeah, I feel that way sometimes too. But it's what we got, and it makes sense when you map it out on paper. It just takes a long time, and then there are little roadblocks along the way, you know, so it's frustrating. But we're so close to getting this plan approved, which then will allow us to move forward and so forth. But yeah, some of those funds have been doged, so in a sense I'm a victim of Doge, and for hopefully a good result. You know, I mean, even Elon Musk was just like, had to leave. He just wasn't getting the results, you know. First of all, I don't think, yes, there is waste, but it's out in the open, you know. I mean, if it's birth control in Namibia or something, you know what I mean? That's out in the open, those projects are. And honestly, if you oppose those, and Congress approved those, or did they? Maybe it was just the U.S. aid bureaucracy that approved that. I don't know. And I'm getting controversial here, and I don't mean to. But anyway, I'm feeling the effects of some of that non-surgical chainsaw cost reduction stuff. So, yeah, I'm feeling it in my work. So, I agree. There was inefficiency and too much rule making and so forth. I know why it happens. I've been in government long enough. But it requires a scalpel and not a chainsaw, if you ask me. And some thought to dealing with it. But, you know, enough said. I did watch a couple of interesting YouTube videos. Elvira Barry is somebody, I mean, she talks about Russia and the former Soviet Union and so forth, and kind of fills in logic gaps that we have about some of that. And I'm sure her perspective is also limited. You know, you can never know everything. And then, you know, just about how decisions are made, why decisions are made. I'll put a link in the, whatever it's called, the bucket, or what is that thing called? I don't care enough about YouTube to, you know, this is not a monetized channel. So, it just seems, that's not why I'm here, is to generate any income. I mean, I just don't care about that. That's just not. I'm here to have a conversation so I can have a smoke. Let's have a smoke together. That's what I'm about with this thing. So, I am a social smoker, and I just don't smoke if I'm by myself. Unless I'm out in the woods, I will smoke. It's kind of nice, actually, out there. Helps keep the mosquitoes away. The skeeters were amazing out there. It's just like continual hum. So, anyway, I'll have to have somebody go with me next time to do some of the hacking, machete work and stuff. And that was planned, and then that fell apart at the last minute. So I just said, screw it, I'm going out here. Let's see what we find. So that's how that worked out. And it was fine. The property's going to end up being surveyed, I think. So, yeah, it's all good. So it's the 4th of July. So I hope everybody's getting together with friends and family, maybe. And around here on Puget Sound, taking a ferry, oh my gosh, is going to be painful because there are so many people moving around. Campsites have probably been taken for months. It's just craziness. And I kind of like to stay around here because I will often drive the water tender, fire department water tender in the Kingston 4th of July parade. So I'm hoping to do that again tomorrow. We haven't really, it's pretty informal at this point. We'll see. And there is dry enough we could have a brush fire too. So we'll see. I'm surprised there aren't booms going off because there were earlier. I think, ooh, and the windows rattled, and it was just like, wow, that was a big one. So it is the 4th of July. I am just down at the end of this thing. It's good. Unobtainium, it's been unavailable for forever. And it was used for that seminar where he, I think, guided people in loading a pipe and how to light it and how to manage don't be talking so much and pay attention to your pipe more. I should be in that seminar. But the raspberries are on, the little blackberries are coming on. Cherries, made some really good cherry pie. The neighbor had it's a good year for tree fruit, so the bees must have, come together at the right time. Because I've got lots of pears, I've got lots of Asian pears. The apple tree is kind of duff, but even the little cherry tree out here had probably 30 cherries on it. That's about 28 more than usual. So they've all been grabbed by the birds and whatnot by now. But one of the neighbors had a cherry tree, an old cherry tree that, boom, they trimmed off some of the big, verticals last fall, I think. And so it decided, I better produce some cherries. So, man, really good cherries. I don't know what kind they were. It's an old tree, so it could be some vintage cherry type. But wow, it made a great pie. I've got one of those little cherry pitters, where you just stick the cherry in and those work so well. So a big bag of cherries. Gave me 2 pies. That was pretty good. So, yeah. Cherry pie the 4th of July. Kind of rings true. In fact, I may go out tonight and grab some more cherries, not from him. I think the birds have probably gotten all of his. But cherry season in eastern Washington is on, so there should be cherries at the store. Yeah. So everybody have a great 4th of July. Don't hurt yourself. Earlier, like a month ago, up on Whidbey Island, some guy I don't know what he was doing, taking legal fireworks and combining them to make illegal fireworks. And something went terribly wrong, and boom! And the resulting fire on Fakima Road up by Oak Harbor, and just destroyed his house. I think they found parts of him, and big fire in the woods, and it was like, oh my gosh. So we haven't had that around here this year. There have, as far as I know, been no big fireworks injury calls. That could change, but so I'll get together with some friends and do a little grilling, a little meat on the barbecue or something. It's always fun. Have a good holiday.